Colin Kaepernick and his people, prior to Saturday, had been religiously pointing out that he wanted to work out.
I've been ready for 3 years. I've been denied for 3 years.
We all know he's justified in his lack of trust in the NFL. What I would say to him is get in line.
We all know why I came out here, showed it today in front of everybody. We have nothing to hide.
Colin Kaepernick missed the opportunity both to return to, play, and more meaningfully to further impact social justice on the broader and the bigger platform of the NFL.
We're waiting for the 32 owners, the 32 teams, Roger Goodell, all of them to stop running. Stop running from the truth, stop running from the people.
There's a whole bunch of people who play in the NFL that complain about the NFL, don't trust the NFL, but would still show up to a workout that 25 different teams showed up for if you wanted a job in the National Football League.
We're out here, we're ready to play, we're ready to go anywhere.
And the fact that he did not show up, to me, eradicates his points altogether.
I interview with any team at any time. I've been ready, I'm staying ready, and I'll continue to be ready.
The NFL doesn't have to have this kid play. I'm sorry.
The National Football League is doing everything in its power to secure a positive image being spun by those who pay for broadcast rights. Some are surprising, some aren't. Here's the pattern.
As a coach, you don't want the circus in your locker room. And I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Rex Ryan.
Is it going to be worth, all the extra media? You're going to have a backup quarterback, having press conferences.
So Rex Ryan, who went famous for loving his wife's feet, has thoughts on Kaepernick.
But you accept the role as a backup. And we see right now, is he going to be happy in a backup role?
My message, discard them. Rex Ryan is a Trump supporter.
This is a great honor for me to introduce Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has been one of the most vocal critics of Colin Kaepernick. If you really truly need further examples, here they are. Ryan is the same guy who signed Richie Incognito, the man who called a black teammate the N-word, bullied him into near suicide, and wanted to cut his dead father's head off for researching purposes. Join Ryan in Buffalo, who said, and I quote, "We want to build a bully." So they signed Incognito. Rex Ryan is the same guy who signed Michael Vick.
When police raided a farm he owned in rural Virginia in 2007, they uncovered an interstate dogfighting operation called Bad News Kennels. They removed 66 dogs and exhumed the bodies of 8 more. They also found dogfighting paraphernalia and a pit where fights were held.
Vick trained dogs to be fighters and placed bets on his to win by death. Dogfighting is a death sentence for these animals. The cruelty pales beyond the levels of inhumane. It is murderous. Rex Ryan had Vick join him with the Jets. Lastly, he signed Tim Tebow.
As a coach, you don't want the circus in your locker room.
I'm so honored and humble to be a Jet.
Is it going to be worth, all the extra media? You're going to have a backup quarterback, having press conferences.
Next thing I know, I got a call from Mr. Tannenbaum and Coach Ryan.
Ryan doesn't know good quarterback play if it held their own workout for the world to see. Oh, wait.
What I don't know is how badly he wants to play.
Former head coach Tony Dungy. Tony plays the how bad does he really want to play bullshit take.
We're out here, we're ready to play. We're ready to go anywhere. My agent Jeff Nally is ready to talk to any team. Interview with any team at any time. I've been ready, I'm staying ready.
It's a nonsensical argument, but there's more.
What I don't know is how badly he wants to play, and that didn't get answered today, and that to me is the problem, or that didn't get answered yesterday. That was the problem with that. We didn't get to talk to Colin Kaepernick. None of those coaches, none of those GMs, none of those decision makers got to sit eye to eye with him and say, are you going to come and be on my team and do anything it takes to play and win?
Dungy is carrying the NFL's water. Here's how. His framing is pro-NFL, anti-cap. The he didn't sit eye to eye with any of those team personnel members is ludicrous. Why? Because for the past 2.5 years, any member of any team could have gone to him and asked him these exact questions for themselves.
We didn't get to talk to Colin Kaepernick. None of those coaches, none of those GMs, none of those decision makers got to sit eye to eye with.
What coaches? What GMs? This is lying to save face by Dungy. Not a single head coach or GM were attending because this PR stunt of a tryout was on a Saturday, when teams travel and prepare for game day on Sunday. Thus, Typically, workouts are held on Tuesdays. Words matter. The context of every situation involving Kaepernick matters. Pay attention to the details, because in these passages, monologues, and analysis, the truth lies in deceit.